In the headlines, government launches construction of 330 apartments in the East, and Prime Minister Skerrit says he is open to the discussion on medical marijuana. Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani St. Stay tuned for details of the headline stories and others coming up.
It is not the first time we've had disasters in Dominica. But the records will show that it is only this government, this party, that has reached out to people in that manner after a hurricane was started.
In about a year, 333 families in the east of Dominica will receive keys to their new homes. This as government continues to move aggressively to provide safe, suitable and comfortable housing to vulnerable families across the island. On Wednesday, an official ceremony was held in Castle Bruce to mark the commencement of the construction of 66 apartment units each in 5 communities in the east.
After the hurricane, all our homes were affected. Many of our homes were crushed to the ground. And the government felt that it had to respond very quickly to this disaster. So while many of us, or most of us, if not all of us, were involved in relief, the government had moved into gear of recovery and rebuilding very early after the hurricane. Very early after the hurricane. So all of this you've seen, all of these designs, all of this identification of the locations, the sites for these homes, all of the studies and tests that were done after the hurricane.
This indicates the speed with which government moved into the rebuilding phase post-Hurricane Maria, the nation's leader said. Honorable Skerrit reassured that for all these projects, land has been purchased, contracts signed, and work have already begun.
Help is on the way, my dear people. Your government is about to build over 60 apartments for you here in Castle Bruce, and I promise you, when this building is totally completed, each of you who are now living in areas where you're not comfortable with your 2 and 3 children and struggling to make ends meet, you will receive the keys for your apartment and you will have a home to call your own, thanks to the hard work and dedication of our Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party government.
66 one-bedroom, 2- and 3-bedroom units each will be constructed in Dalis, La Plaine, Castle Bruce, Saint-Sauveur and Grand Fond. The nation's leader had the answer to the question of why apartment complexes in rural communities.
In structures like this, you are unable to put it on sloping lands or lands that are close to rivers or ravines and so forth. And you also have to look at issues of liquid waste and issues of parking for the owners of the residences. But for me, one of the more fundamental points of why it's important for us to utilize as less land space as possible for residencies is that we have to very seriously look at the gradual use, and is also in a very fast manner, of agricultural lands for housing. Because if we keep using all of the agricultural lands for housing, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. To resettle the residents of Petit Savan, we've had to acquire about 50 acres of land.
GIS News spoke to some of those who may benefit from this housing program.
I'm very grateful and thankful, although I have not received it as yet, but I see, progress on some, and I'm very happy because right now I doesn't really have a place to live. I was rented before the hurricane and then the house got blown away, and I am with my mother, and I have a child, so I need to be on my own.
I am a mother of 2, a boy and a girl. I work at the Castle Bruce Primary School under NEP. I teach. Well, sometimes I juggle around, see, sometimes teach. Well, it's not up as yet. The structure, everything is not up as yet, but I already feel like I'm inside that house already. And I can say I'm much appreciated from what I see thus far. And I know that the government is working hard, especially for the single mothers. And I just feel appreciated about it.
And this is just the beginning. The housing minister revealed that this is only phase 1 of the housing project. Citizens who own land but are unable to afford constructing homes will also benefit from government's housing program. In total, the East will see the construction of over 500 new residences, as government has also signed contracts for 200 apartments in Salabia. Meantime, the Honorable Prime Minister spent the better part of the day in the community of Good Hope on Wednesday. The nation's leader had the occasion to meet with several residents of that community to discuss with them one-on-one their needs. Good Hope was one of the communities on the east of Dominica most affected by Hurricane Maria in September last year. The Prime Minister continues to make the effort to give citizens of the rural communities ready access to government's public support program by stepping out of office to meet the people. In more news, Dominican students are expected to benefit from additional opportunities as government has appointed an education ambassador for securing prospects at overseas universities. At a handing over ceremony at the Dominica State College on Wednesday, the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit announced that the current president of the college, Dr. Donald Peters, will be that ambassador.
Dr. Peters will be appointed as ambassador at large for education. And his mandate will be to go to the United States, in particular, and schools, specific schools, to negotiate for other opportunities for young people in Dominica.
Dr. Donald Peters has expertise in political theory, international relations, and foreign policy. Now, it's a subject that has dominated the airwaves in recent times and is still taboo for many: the legalization of marijuana. The Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has indicated that his personal conviction makes him open to discussion on the subject. However, the legalization of marijuana is more complicated than what meets the eye. Speaking on Creole FM's Next Level show earlier this week, Honorable Skerrit said there are several aspects for consideration on the marijuana matter.
There are different components to the issue of marijuana. And in listening to the leader of the opposition, it is clear that he has not understood the various components of marijuana and what needs to be done. You have one issue in Dominica in terms of young people who would have been arrested for marijuana, cigarettes or something to that nature, and would be criminally charged, and that charge would remain on the person's record for a very long time. And sometimes that prevents a person from really moving forward in life, because if you have a criminal charge, then you're going to have a difficulty in getting a job because you can't get a clean police record.
The use of medical marijuana has been legalized in a few states in America. The herb has been deemed to contain chemicals that can be used to treat several conditions. Honorable Skerrit says while some are opposed that there is any medicinal value in cannabis, a decision on government's part would require consultation.
Then you have the issue of marijuana for medicinal purposes. You understand? There are many people in this country who have proclaimed that marijuana oil is helping them fight cancer and to treat with issues relating to the suffering from cancer. And I believe that the country, the citizens of Dominica, need to seriously engage on this matter of marijuana for medicinal purposes, to explore the medicinal purposes, medicinal benefits of marijuana. But you cannot just take a decision and leave it like that. There are a number of other aspects one has to consider. The issue of how do you grow it, under what conditions do you grow it, the issue of licenses, I'm saying, the issue of permits. Where can you buy it? Who can sell it? Who can grow it? There are a number of things in terms of legislation and regulation that you would have to look at.
There is also the issue of marijuana use for religious purposes.
My comrades that in the House of Naya being gay, I have had opportunities to visit them at the Tabernacle and to engage them in discussions about their livelihoods, their contribution to Dominica, their views on Dominica, and how we can work together to build this country. I've had the opportunity to meet with elders in there and reason with them on a number of occasions. And I believe, myself personally, from a philosophical standpoint, I believe that we need to allow people who are registered as Rastafarians in certain localities, certain areas, for where they practice the religion, to be allowed to use this for religious purposes. You understand? But of course, all that too would have to be properly managed and so forth.
The Prime Minister said the discussion must be put into context for open and frank discussion before there can be a consensus on the way forward.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel à Creole, non moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Gouvernement Dominique mercredi fait manœuvre pour payer toute dette par étudiants qui a atteint State College Dominique. Donation, ça là qui prend place en State College là, c'est fait par Premier ministre et puis ministre Finance, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, et puis il a avalé $1 million. Honorable Skerrit dit donation ça là, c'est un testament qui gouvernement ni d'éducation là pour poursuivre meilleure éducation par toutes. Chèque là, qu'a couvert dette là, juste en mois mai l'année ça là. Premier ministre l'a dit, pièce d'autres gouvernement pas qu'à faire ça, mais gouvernement qui a fait et puis encourager ces étudiants là pour pas point cadeau ça là et puis voltiger. Président State College là, Dr. Donald Peters dit contribution ça là par gouvernement c'est yon qui historique. Peters dit gouvernement qui continue pour supporter institution là. En d'autres nouvelles, le gouvernement a signé contrat pour faire travail à ce projet à sud pays là. Ministre Public Works, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, fait parole contre numéro intervention gouvernement Capon pour mener chemin comme a été avant cyclone Maria. Ministre a parlé contre pont ici Robla qui dit cabinet approuvé pour réhabilitation là commencé. Travail aussi commencé à Souchime Egliston et puis Girondel, la gouvernement dépensé $6 millions pour faire ça possible. Accès pour village comme Kings Hill et puis Monbrose qui fait plus facile quand le gouvernement signé contrat pour réhabilitation de Chime Sala. Le gouvernement a aussi gardé pour réhabiliter Chime Wallhouse et puis Chime là qui a allé souffrir quand c'est Chime Sala en mauvaises conditions. Ministre Public Works là a parlé à ce programme Carrie FM mardi semaine sala. Et puis finalement, un sujet qui a semaine passée moun ka parlé contre c'est pour faire marijuana légal. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit dit il ouvert pour discuter sujet ça là. Mais pour faire marijuana légal, ni plus passer ça moun ka voye. Pendant qu'il a parlé à ce programme à ce radio Carrie FM mardi semaine sala, Premier ministre a dit il y a numéro aspect qui n'est pour prendre considération pour sujet ça là. Pour utiliser marijuana pour raison médicale, c'est fait légal et payer place à l'Amérique. Moun ka kwe plan là ni et puis chemical qui sa wede et puis numéro maladie. Honorable Skerrit dit en même temps là et puis moun ka kwe ipani pièce bomba bite qui sa sorti de marijuana. Your décision au code gouvernement besoin consultation. Premier ministre a dit décision supposée faite pour ni une bonne discussion avant you faire une décision pour aller devant et puis sujet ça là. Ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à Creole. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Au revoir.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS on facebook.com/GIS News Dominica and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Kimani St. Thank you for watching.